All right, guys, this is part three, pretty much, right? It's part three, so this video will have four parts because my alarm went off, my camera cut, and you guys are enjoying my recent video where I talked about my story, my idea for the story, obviously. There was something amazing for that, yeah, man. I think for now I'm gonna stop talking about my idea for the story. I think I've delved more. I'm gonna talk more about the deal and all that stuff. The deal, obviously. The deal, Sarah. The deal. I'm gonna talk more about the deal. I'm tempted to go to the store and get beer and smokes. But if I do, then I'm gonna have to wait like 4 days for my check, which are 3 days for my check, which I don't want to do, man. Yeah. I'm tempted to go to the store and get beer and smokes and watch my amazing video with you guys after this. But if I do, I'm gonna have to wait like 3 days, 3 long days. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Hence why I'm very generous to the crewmen, because I know that feeling of not having any money. It sucks, man. Hence why I'm kind of happy I have the keys, because if I did not have the keys, I'd be poor for the rest of my life, or I'd have to sell to the gatekeepers. And I'd be a dirty slave, obviously. The moment you sell out, you're no longer free, you're a dirty slave, obviously. Hence, me and VJ will be dirty slaves, you won't be free. That's why God gave me the keys. Ivan, if you want your freedom and financial control, you have to have a way to open your own door. What's the way the world you can open your own door? Have the world read your mind, obviously. There's probably other ways that could have worked, but sometimes I ask my God, like, why would you have an open mind? It's a dangerous thing to have an open mind. It's just all these thoughts that you have, everyone reads it, man, and that's why it triggers my depression. It triggers anxiety. Yeah, it's bad. Oh, we know your keys are bad. It's very bad. Yeah, you trip every night when you sleep. When you go outside to get smokes, you trip all the time. Yeah, it's bad, man. I'm saying. But when I went to the hospital, I didn't trip. I was fine. When I was at the hospital, I was fine. I didn't really trip. I got used to it, obviously. At first, I was tripping like crazy, and eventually, I got used to it. Having all these people around me, I got used to the keys, obviously. It takes getting used to. I was supposed to be used to the keys when I was born, but because the gatekeepers knocked me out of that rock, and I didn't know I had the keys for 22 years, that's why I'm not used to the keys. Whereas VJ is used to the keys. And I'm used to the keys. It's a daily habit. I'm used to it. Yeah. But man, I'm thinking of going to the store and getting beer and smokes. If I do, I have to wait 3 days for my check, which I don't want to do, man. I have to wait 3 days, man. I'll think about it. I might go to the store and get beer and smokes one last time, and everything else is just day by day getting smokes right till the end of the month, obviously. I don't mind waiting 3 days. 3 days isn't too bad. But last month I waited 6 days. I don't want to wait 6 days again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, so that's my deal for Warner Bros. But I'm gonna have to have this big talk with VJ. VJ, sweetie, you know what I'm saying? I saved your fucking ass. You can see me now. Oh, I'm so happy, you know what I'm saying? VJ, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to do what? The four movies, or do you want to do the Matrix trilogy? I don't know, Ivan. That's tough. I want to do that Gray Escape movie so bad. Where secret agents kicking ass. Yeah, and you have the three big stars: Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, and Scarlett Johansson. Now that sounds like an amazing movie. Either it's rated R like John Wick, yeah, but is that movie better than the Matrix? You can argue the Gray Escape movie will most likely be more entertaining than the first Matrix movie. But the story was not better than the Matrix story. The life of the one as a kid, it's not better than that story, so I'm saying. And the Matrix 5 and 6 will be more entertaining than the Great Escape, because it's me the one kicking ass. And you see Mike B. Jordan VJ kicking ass. VJ, Ivan, the thing about the Matrix trilogies, we have to call Warner Bros. We have to purchase the rights off that. Yeah, we have to call Warner Bros. We have to negotiate with them. We have to purchase the rights off the Matrix franchise. Whereas the Great Escape, I don't have to purchase shit. It's my brand. I can't with the story. It's my idea for the story, obviously. But The Great Escape is a more complex movie to write, though, than the Matrix. The Matrix is complex, too. But The Matrix is not as complex as The Great Escape, because The Great Escape is CIA stuff. The Matrix is actually just as complicated as The Great Escape. And that's why I need the Wachowski sisters to help me, obviously, with that complicated story. But The Great Escape is like CIA stuff. Hence why I'm gonna hire like I would hire CIA experts and hire one guy who wrote like John Wick to help me write the script. That way you get a good quality Hollywood level script, obviously, for your Great Escape movie, obviously. But Keanu Reeves, when you watch this, you already know if you're chosen. You know, either way, Keanu Reeves will be chosen for my movie. You know what I'm saying? If he's chosen for the Great Escape, he'll be in my movie. He'll be the star of my movie. You know what I'm saying? If he's chosen for the Matrix, he won't be the star, but I'll have him have a cameo and I'll save him for the movie. You can watch all production and he gets his nice $3.5 million check. He gets his luxury buffet, and I'll invite him to the world tour with me. You can have him go touring with you. You don't have to have him go tour with you, but because he's a big actor, you can have him go touring with you if you want. I'll still save him, obviously, but he'll have a cameo appearance in the Matrix movies, I'm saying. Because David Zaslav is going to ask me, Ivan, for your Matrix trilogy, like, are you the one, or is like Keanu Reeves and Carrie Ann Moss the one? I'm like, no, I'm the one. VJ is the new trainee, pretty much. Okay, so VJ is the new trainee, you're the new one. Yes. Ivan, how's that going to work? And I'm like, yeah, you have to delete Resurrection from the face of the map in order for me to tell my sequel story. Oh, I see. So you want what? You want what? You want what? You want Resurrections not a part of canon. Yeah, but Ivan, you can still delete a part of canon and still sell the Resurrection. We're like, no, guys, I want that movie gone. I don't want it to exist as a part of canon, man. It has to be deleted. It's a terrible movie. Ivan, why don't you just delete the movie yourself? Because I don't want to do that dirty work. You guys own the rights to the Resurrection brand. You make the calls. Then once you know what I'm saying. In other words, once Warner Bros. agrees to sell the rights to me, obviously, I now agree to give them $2.2 million. I'm going to tell them, look, okay, once you delete the brand, the Resurrection brand, obviously, and the Animations brand, I will give you. I'll go to fly to your office, and I'll give you the $2.2 billion. You tell David Zaslav that way he knows. Sarah. You tell David Zaslav that way he knows. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, I'm not kidding around, guys. If you don't delete Resurrection, I'm not going to give you $2.2 million. I'll just make the Great Escape, and you're not going to see this amazing story told, man, on the screen, Sarah. You're not going to see this amazing story told on the screen. Hence, why what? Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Delete Resurrections. Oh, we don't want to. Okay, if you don't delete it, guys, I'm not going to give you $2.2 million. I'll just make the Great Escape. I have nothing to lose, guys. Yeah, Ivan, you have a backup plan. Yes, I have a backup plan. If the Matrix deal doesn't work out, I'll just make my 4 movies. I'll make the Great Escape, They're Unique, him that movie, and the Western Gangster movie. Some saying, yeah. Some saying, yeah. Yo, Ivan, even if I don't do the Matrix trilogy, you guys will still see me and VJ kick ass in the Great Escape movie as secret agents, man. You're gonna see us kick ass in the Great Escape as secret agents. You're gonna see Ben Affleck, he's an evil boss. You see Keanu Reeves, you see Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, they're evil in the movie, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Keanu Reeves will be fine for the action sequences for the Great Escape, because 7 years old, you're still pretty fine. He'll be pretty fine. I'm pretty good. He'll still be able, because for the Great Escape, it's like fighting like John Wick. Whereas the Matrix is all out kung fu. Hence why Keanu Reeves will not be able to do the stuff in the Matrix like he did like 30 years ago. But he'll be able to do the John Wick fighting even at 69, 7 years old. He'll be fine, obviously. Right? But for the Matrix franchise, I can't have Keanu Reeves be the one, because he's much older now, obviously, and they made the Resurrection movie. And in the Resurrection movie, him and Trini are the one, and that's a terrible story. Hence why I want it deleted. I don't want a part of canon. Sarah. I don't want it a part of canon, Sarah. And you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful about what? About these sharks in Hollywood, man. Do not let David Zaslav, like VJ, we need to be strict. We cannot let David Zaslav and these guys rip us off, man. Our final offer is $2.2 billion. I'm not going any higher than that for you. That is my final offer. Sarah. That is my final offer. And I'm more than happy to do a sale for them, for the Resurrection brand, Animations, and the unavailable merch I don't need. I can do a 1-month sale and even put it up on my website for the Warner Bros. Execs to sell their product. That way they can make some tens of millions for themselves. Sarah. All right, that's very generous. Yeah, you guys might make a nice 10, 20, 50, even $100 million for yourselves. Not a good chunk of change, obviously, before you delete the brand. So once it's deleted, give me a call and I will go to your office. And I will give you, I'll sign that contract like George Lucas did with Disney, obviously, and I'll give you $2.2 million in cash. And all the rights of the Matrix brand goes to me and VJ, obviously. And I will sell, the moment that happens, I will make calls, and I'll have my Matrix trilogy available for purchase on my website. So you have a section You have the main page, obviously, and you have a section where you can buy the Zanus movie, obviously. And you now can buy the Matrix trilogy and the Matrix merch. The Matrix merch, obviously. I'm gonna have a section: red carpet, documentary, Rad's walkthrough, news, and you have the main page, and you have a section here. You have another section where I sell the merch. You can do that. Where I sell the merch, obviously, or you can sell the merch on the main page if you want. But eventually, you put it in another section, obviously, something like that. And so you now have the option to buy the Zane's trilogy, which most people won't buy because you guys bought it like long before then, obviously. And the Zane's merch, and you now have the option to buy the 3-movie trilogy of the Matrix originals on 8K Blu-ray. Because by then you're looking at 8K Blu-ray guaranteed. Like 8K Blu-ray will come out in 10 years guaranteed. 8K, I don't know, 6K, 7K, 8, whatever. 8K Blu-ray on what? 8K Blu-ray on what? On my website, obviously. You can buy the 3 movies, and I'll also sell the original movie posters for sale, framed ones and paper ones on Amazon. Also, Amazon, okay, guys, make sure you create framed posters and paper posters for the Matrix Originals trilogy. And all you people around the world who want to buy the Matrix trilogy on 8K Blu-ray, a lot of people will do, you can purchase it. You can purchase it and you can buy the merch. I'll sell the mugs and the shades and the posters, framed and printed posters, and you can watch the new technology on. A lot of people will buy it. Probably a good, I don't know, for the Matrix trilogy, probably a good, maybe, I don't know, 20, maybe 30, 40, 50 million people worldwide will buy it on my site because it's on 8K Blu-ray. I want to watch this. They're gonna buy it, obviously, and you can buy your merch, and that will build buzz for the Matrix 4. For the Matrix 4 movie, obviously, where I am the new one kicking ass, and VJ is like the new Trinity, and Michael B. Jordan is like the next Morpheus, pretty much. See what I'm saying? Michael B. Jordan is the next Morpheus. Yeah. I'm thinking I should go to the store and get my beer and smokes, guys. But if I do that, I'm going to have to wait 3 days for my check, which I don't want to do. See what I'm saying? I don't want to wait 3 days for my check, man. Right now, I have enough till the end of the month. I only have to wait 1 day. You know what I'm saying? If I get beer and smokes, I have to wait 3 days, obviously. Because I'm now budgeting my money, obviously, because I only have like I don't have much money left in my bank, obviously. I have enough till the end of the month, but I don't have enough money in my bank for to get like beer and smokes, right? Because I'm fucking poor. But I was supposed to get like an $1,800 check this month. I didn't get it, man. My step parents must have what? They must have done something. I don't know what they did, man. They must have locked it. I don't know. Yeah, man. But every time I make videos, I get excited and I crave beer and smokes. But 3 days is not that bad. I don't mind waiting 3 days. 3 days is not too bad. But anything over 3 days is too much. Last month I waited 6 days. I'm never doing that again. I never want to wait 6 days again. Yeah, man. But yeah. So that is my deal for Warner Bros. I'm saying, yeah. Obviously. So let's talk about casting. So if I end up purchasing the rights, Michael B. Jordan, when you watch this, you already know I've been pleased with the Matrix trilogy. I want to be safe for 3 movies. Yeah. High chance I will do the Matrix trilogy over my 4 movies. If I do the Matrix trilogy, I'll have Michael B. Jordan, Brie Larson, John Krasinski, Paul Bettany, and like Ben Affleck, and perhaps Halle Berry chosen as my stars. And that Cisco actor in The Flash, you can have him chosen, or KJ Apa. I might have KJ Apa compete with the Cisco actor for the role, for the job. You can have them be the operator. Because I can picture that Cisco actor in Flash as the operator. Yeah, I mean, I can picture him. Yeah, he has a sense of humor like Tank. He'll be in his 40s by then. He's like 30 now. He'll be in his 40s then. Sign him to a nice 3-movie deal. The Cisco actor in Flash, obviously. Have him. What I'll do is I'll have him and KJ Apa read for the part, and we'll see. I'll see who's better for the role. You're gonna see how hard they're gonna fight for that job. It's a huge opportunity, obviously, and they want to be saved for fucking 10 years of their life, man. And they know they're not gonna make this money in Hollywood. The Cisco actor probably makes like 600, 700K for his Flash television show, and don't forget he's a dirty slave. Don't forget that. Whereas for me, I'm willing to pay him an A-lister salary, man. As A-listers in Hollywood make $2.6 million in Hollywood. That's an A-lister salary, yeah. A small A-lister salary, right? Yeah. So Michael B. Jordan, I'll pay him $9 million for the first movie for Matrix 4, and I'll give him 0.01% of the profits, which is a good, like, I don't know, $4 or $5 million in royalties. And I'll give him he gets his $250K royalty check, the perks, and he gets his $2,000 gift card, $300 gas card, commercial money, 40 grand worth of commercial money, and he gets his speaking fee earnings. If I go on that world tour, he'll make a nice 100 plus thousand in speaking fee earnings, and I'll pay him his millions for his games. $2 million for the first game, $2.5 million for the second game, and like $3 million for the third game. But he doesn't get squat for the royalties. The only ones who I'll give a piece of the royalties are the bigger ones, like Ben Affleck, Halle Berry, and like Scarlett Johansson, and John Krasinski. They get a piece of the royalties for the game, but they get a small, tiny piece. They get like $1.5 million, something like that. Because the games won't do as much as movies, right? They'll make like maybe $1 million, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million in royalties for the games. Give them a small, tiny piece, right? So I'll pay him that for the first movie. The second movie, I'll give him a raise. Pay him 11.5, and I can pay him 0.01. He gets his $250K royalty check for the merch. Commercial money, $2,000 gift card, $300 gas card, and his speaking fee earnings if he goes on a world tour with me. It's a good deal for him, and he gets his money for the game, obviously. $2.5 million for the second game, obviously. And the third game you give him, you jump his salary to like $12.8, $13 million. Because by then he'll be worth close. After he does the two movies, he'll be worth close to $30 million, Michael B. Jordan, like 25, $30 million bucks. So you can jump his salary to like 12.8 million around there, 12.9 million, and you give him 0.02 for that movie, which is a good like 9, 10, $11 million in royalties. $250K royalty check, commercial money. All the actors get their standard $40,000 commercial money for my 3 movies. And you give him $3 million for the game, and he gets his speaking fee earnings. And what? And he gets his $2,000 gift card and $300 gas card. That's my deal for Michael B. Jordan. If he gets greedy and he wants like $15 million for the first movie with Michael, you're getting greedy. You're not worth $50 million for my movie. You're not worth $50 million for my movie. You're only worth $9 million. I'm not giving you any more than that. You know what I'm saying? You're like, Michael B. Jordan by then will be worth maybe $15, $16, $17 million. So if he's worth that much money, he's only worth like $9 million for your movie. Don't let him rip you off. You know what I'm saying? The only ones who are worth 10, 11, like, are the ones who are worth 20 plus, 25 plus $million. Those guys are worth their like 10 plus million. Was all the guys who were worth that like 20, 21, 22, 15, 10, 11, $12 million range, those guys you pay them their 9. They're not worth any more than that. Michael is a small ASO, but he's kind of like, hey, he's not that big. Pay him $9 million. That's good enough for him. If he gets greedy, I'm like, Michael, I'm not going to pay you any more than $9 million. You rip me off. You know what I'm saying? And my contracts are exclusive too. You can't be working in Hollywood while you're doing the Matrix trilogy. You're more than happy to do commercials. You know what I'm saying? If you get invited to speak on your time off after the Matrix 4 is filmed and you get your like 1 year off, you're more than welcome to do commercials in Hollywood. You're more than welcome to speak at places because you'll most likely get invited to speak and make some good money for yourself. But you can't be locked on for any movies. I want you focused, Mike. Okay, Ivan, if you want me to be locked on for 3 movies, you better offer me a lot of money, man. Yeah, don't worry about it. Is this amount of money enough, Michael? All right, it's more than enough, yeah. More than enough, obviously. And then Brie Larson, I can pay her $10 million for the first movie. So she's bigger than Michael. Pay her a bit more, but don't let her dupe you. Pay her a good 10, 10.5. You gotta watch her budget. Pay her $10 million for the first movie and give her 0.02% of the profits. Because Brie Larson will be worth probably about $30 million by then. So give her 0.02% of the profits, which is a good $9, $10, $11 million in royalties. So she signed a nice like $22 million deal, nice paycheck. She gets her $250K royalty check for the merch. She gets her $40,000 worth of commercial money, $2,000 gift card, $300 gas card, and speaking fee earnings if I go on the world tour. If I don't go on the world tour, guys, you will not get any speaking fee money. But guaranteed after the red carpet happens, obviously, high chance some of these actors might go on their own individual tour. They might get invited to speak in some places because they're going to be world famous. And you're looking at an amazing story for the Matrix. But the Matrix story will not be as powerful as the Zayn story because Zayn is looking at the devil himself for Eretat. Eretat's the devil himself. I think it's raining outside, guys. Yeah, I think it's raining. Yeah, see what I'm saying? No, I was just saying, yeah. And you gotta be what? You gotta be careful. And then for the second movie, I can pay Brie $12.5 million. You give her 0.02% again, and she gets her $300 gas card, $2,000 gift card, $4,000 worth of commercial money, and she gets her speaking fee earnings. And I'll pay her for Brie. I'll pay her $3 million for the first game, $3.5 million for the second game, and like $4 million for the third game. Or you can pay her $3.5 million for the first game, $4 million for the second game, $4.5 million for the third game. But she doesn't get squat off the royalties. So I'm saying that's good. That's a good paycheck. Hey Bree, do you want to be in the game? Yeah, sure. I'm more happy to be in the game if you pay me the right amount of money. Okay, Bree, is $3.5 million a lot of money? All right, that's more than enough money. Yeah, as most actors in Hollywood who do games get a couple $100,000 for a game. I'm paying you millions. A lot of money. That's millions. A lot of money for a game, obviously. And the third movie, you can sign her to a massive deal, pay Brie like $14 million for the third movie. If she's in the third movie. If she's not, I'll just sign her for 2 movies if I kill her off. But if I don't kill her off, I'll consign her to a 3-movie contract. And for the third movie, I'll pay her like $14 million. I'll give her 0.03% of the profits. It's a good paycheck for Brie Larson. And she gets a $250K royalty check, $300 gas card, $2,000 gift card, obviously. You know what I'm saying? She gets the speaking fee earnings if I go on the world tour. See what I'm saying? And then John Krasinski, no, the Cisco actor, if I choose him, I'll pay him his $2.6 million for the first movie. That's a good paycheck for him. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. And you pay him his $250K royalty check. That's a good paycheck for him. Commercial money, and he gets his $250K royalty check, and he gets his speaking fee earnings. Obviously, in the second movie, I can pay him $6. I'm not going to pay him as much as KJ Apa. He's not as big as KJ Apa. Pay him $6 for the second movie. And he gets his $250K royalty check, and he gets his commercial money, speaking fee earnings, and he gets his $2,000 gift card, $300 gas card. And then for the third movie, you lock him on to a big contract. Pay him $9, and you pay him 0.01% of the profits. It's a good paycheck for the Cisco actor, as he doesn't make that's money he doesn't make in Hollywood. Because he's the biggest actor and he does television and independent movies, chances are he makes like 500, 600K for The Flash, 700K, maybe 800K for The Flash around there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm offered him $2.6 million. That's an A-lister salary in Hollywood. That's why my company will blow Hollywood out of the water. Yeah. And then KJ Apa, you guys already know how much I want to pay him. I'm going to pay him a bit more than the other guy. $3.5 million for the first movie, $250K royalty check, $7 for the second movie, and in the third movie you pay him is like 9.2, maybe 9.3. You give him 0.01. Pay him a bit more than the Cisco actor because he's bigger than the Cisco actor. Because Riverdale is a more popular show than Flash, right? Like Riverdale is a more popular show. Riverdale is a more popular show than Flash. Flash is not that popular anymore. It's pretty popular, but it's not as popular as Riverdale, is what I'm saying. Yeah. And then John Krasinski, because he's worth like $80 million, sign him to a massive contract. Because the guy is big, you sign him to a massive deal. You sign him and Halle Berry or Scarlett Johansson to massive contracts. So John Krasinski, I'm willing to pay him $16.5 million for the first movie, and I'll give him like a $4.5 million signing bonus. That's a good paycheck for him. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. Probably makes his $10 million on average for his movies, $8 million, $7 million for his movies. He gets his $1.5 million merch money, obviously. And you give him like a nice like $3.5 million post-filming bonus. Something nice like that for John Krasinski. He signed a massive contract. You give him 0.1% of the profits. If the movie does this or less, if it does more, he gets 0.07. He'll still make his nice 30, 35, 40, $45 million in royalties. It's a good paycheck for him. I'm like, John, I know you're happy. You're excited to be a part of this Matrix franchise. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be the star of my movie. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be the star of my movie. Please, John. What? I'm saying, please, John, it's an exclusive contract. You can't be working in Hollywood. You know, Ivan, if you want me to do an exclusive contract for your Matrix trilogy, you better offer me a lot of money. Okay, is this enough money, John? Ivan, it's more than enough money. Yeah, because the moment John Krasinski and all them sign contracts for my Matrix franchise, Hollywood's going to be throwing their agents a lot of money, man. Like 10, 15, 8, 7, 5, like big contracts. Because these guys are going to be world famous. Hollywood's going to be throwing all the actors a lot of money. Hence, if you want to keep them happy, pay them their millions. That Hollywood doesn't even pay. Pay them a lot of money. That way they work harder for you. I'm saying, if you give John that kind of offer and you give him like 30, 35, 40, $45 million in royalties, Hollywood cannot compete with that kind of offer. John will never make that money in Hollywood. He won't be angry. Yeah, Ivan, you're paying me more enough money. I'm making tens of millions. Yeah. Hollywood would never pay me, and you know what I'm saying? I'd rather work for you than work in Hollywood anyways. Yeah. All those actors would rather work for me than work in Hollywood. Because Hollywood is dirty as fuck. Don't hate me, Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood, you're living a glamorous life, but it all comes at a price. You're a dirty slave. It's dirty as fuck. You have to do it to make your millions. Even when you're in a relationship, even when you're married with kids, you love your wife, you love your girlfriend so much, you got to do it, man, to make your money, man. Hence why they have that saying, you have to pay a price to be famous and rich. You know what I'm saying? You have all that money, you live in life with your family, but it came at a price, man. You have to smash people to make your money. I told you, even though they have to smash people, don't hate me, Hollywood, even though they have to smash people to make their money, because the gatekeepers still offer them a deal of a lifetime. They're living the celeb life, they're famous, you know what I'm saying? They're living the celeb life, they're famous, you know what I'm saying? The gatekeepers gave them a good deal, obviously. But like it comes at a price. That's my point. So hence why God gave me these keys. That way I don't have to pay any price. Well, I have to pay a price to make my money, but like that way I can be free with my wife. I don't have to be a dirty slave for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's why God gave me these stupid keys. And that's why, even though these keys piss me off and I trip about everything, God gave me these keys for a reason. That way, what? I can open my own door, and I can live the great life with my wife. Obviously, we get our financial control and our freedom. And because I now have my freedom, I can now grant those Xenos actors and those Matrix actors or Great Escape actors, whatever I do, right? I can now grant them their freedom too. I'm not going to be dirty and have them pay to make their millions. No, I'm going to be clean. You get your freedom. All I ask is that you work hard for me, guys. I am not dirty. I'm clean. I'm a good man. I'm holy. Please, guys, I'm going to give you your freedom. I'm not dirty. I'm more than happy to pay your free millions. Just all I ask is you work hard for me. I don't worry about work our asses for them. They'll work hard for me, obviously, because I pay them their free millions, obviously. And I save their ass too. They're not left behind. They're saved, obviously. And then Brie Larson, I'll offer her like the same amount of money as John Krasinski. I can pay her a bit more. I can pay Brie maybe 17 for the first movie and give her like a 4 like maybe 8 mil bonus, 4.9 mil bonus, 5 mil bonus. You can give her a 3.7 post-filming bonus. And you give her 0.1%. If the movie does this or less, you give her 0.07 if the movie does more. Ivan, why are you making such a big deal if the movie does more? I'm like, hell, I'm not gonna let you do it like that. You know what I'm saying? If the movie does more, I cut it down to 0.01, man. I'm not gonna let you do it like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let you do it like that. So Ivan, you're saying if the movie does more, you pay us less. Shouldn't you be paying us more? No, I don't. I'm not gonna have you guys walk away with like $70 million of my royalties, guys. I'm going to keep you around that 30, 35, 40, 45, $50 million range for the royalties. 55. 60 at most around there. Chances are 0.1% is about 40, 45, 35, 50, $55 million around there in royalties. That's good enough, guys. You're getting greedy. Hell, you're getting greedy. I'm not going to do like that. If the movie does more, I give you 0.07. That's my deal. And you also get your $1.5 million for the merch, which is a lot of money. It's a couple $100 grand in your bank. A nice, I don't know, $500 grand in your bank after taxes. It's a nice paycheck, man. I gave you a deal of a lifetime. I'm giving you 0.1% for all my 3 movies, guys. So John Krasinski, Halle Berry, they get their what? They get their 0.1% for all my 3 movies. They're strike it rich, man. Yeah. And then Ben Affleck, I'll sign him to the same deal as a Great Escape contract. You guys already know how much I want to pay him. I'll sign him to the same deal for the Great Escape contract. You pay him that money for the first movie. In the second movie, you give him a slight bigger raise. You can pay him about $50 million for his salary and his bonuses. And you give him 0.1%, obviously, like Halle Berry and John Krasinski. And then for the third movie, you sign Ben Affleck to a 0.2% deal. Because it'll be worth like about $200 plus million by then. He gets a 0.2. If the movie does more, he gets 0.1. It's a good deal for Ben Affleck. He signed a massive contract. And Ben will tell me, Ivan, you better, if you want me to sign an exclusive contract for your Matrix trilogy, you better offer me a boatload of money, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Hollywood's going to guarantee be throwing Ben a lot of money. Because Ben's a big actor, man. He doesn't struggle getting roles. Hollywood's going to throw him 20, 25, 30, $40 million contracts, even a piece of the royalties. And so if you want to keep Ben Affleck happy, obviously, and have him locked on for 3 movies, sign him to a massive deal. He gets like $48.5 million in salary and bonuses. He gets his, you know what I'm saying? And you give him 0.1% of profits, which is like $60 million in royalties. And if the movie does more, you pay him 0.07, he'll still make his like 35, 40, $45 million in royalties. Yeah, you sign him to a massive contract that Hollywood can't pay. Hollywood not offer Ben that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I sign Ben to massive like 90, 95, $100 million deals. So I'm saying 80, 90, $100 million deals. That way for each of the movies. So Ben Affleck will be signing like 90, 95 like $1 million deals for like one movie, like each. The first movie 95, the second movie like 98, the third movie he signs like his $100+ million deal. Yeah, you sign him to big contract that way you keep Ben Affleck happy. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, right? You keep all those actors happy. Sign Ben Affleck to those kind of deals, obviously. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, obviously. And then Keanu Reeves, if I have him in the Matrix trilogy, I'll sign him to a nice like 3.5 million, $3 million deal. Have him have like a 10-minute appearance in your movie. You can have him have a 10-minute appearance in your movie. So when I come back from death, obviously, when I die, obviously, you get this white light. And the same thing that Keanu Reeves, it's a dream, obviously. And I'm like, is this real? You know what I'm saying? Keanu Reeves is like, your mind makes it real. You know what I'm saying? He says, I'm alive in spirit. You know what I'm saying? You see Keanu Reeves, but Keanu Reeves looks older, obviously. He aged. You see his physical form, obviously, but the one talks to me, obviously. He's like, I finally understand it now. Keanu Reeves says, he's like, I remember, I understand what? I remember when I was just like you. I was lost, confused, and I went to go see the Oracle, and she told me, I know what I'm saying. She's like, let me have a look at you. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, you already know what I'm going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, I'm like, I'm not the one. She's like, sorry, kiddo. You know what I'm saying? You got the gift, but seems like you're waiting for something. I now know what I was waiting for. Yes, I became the one, and I saved the Matrix, but I now know what the Oracle really meant. You see Keanu Reeves talking. What I was waiting for was you. You. You are the seventh one, the lucky one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're far more powerful than I can ever be. Holy shit, you're crazy. Yes, I don't want to tell a good story, man. You know what I'm saying? You see Keanu Reeves talking, yeah. You are far more powerful than I can ever be. You know what I'm saying? As Smith grew beyond even my control, I couldn't even stop him. So, but you are the special one born. You're the seventh one born. You're the lucky one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like, I made an error. I'm like, what was that error? He's like, I made the wrong choice. I could have saved Zion right there and then. I could have taken the path to the right. But I chose to take the path to the left. My love for Trinity blinded me. And I went into the Matrix to save Trinity knowing that she would die. You know what I'm saying? And in doing so, Smith grew beyond the Oracle's control. You know what I'm saying? The architect's control, the machine's control, even the control of the one himself. And I'm like, oh, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? He tells me his story, obviously. Have like a nice like 10-minute scene, you know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. And I made an error, you know what I'm saying? I let Smith cock himself onto me twice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's how Smith was able to come back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you must not make that mistake again. Yeah, holy shit, you're crazy. That's a record. My count here.